and we're in Flores. Yeah, 2 flights later, a total of 5 flights to Johannesburg. I'm here in Flores for my big adventure. I'm here to see some Komodo dragons. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down to the town. I'm going to go haggle a price for a good tour to Komodo Island where you can find the Komodo dragons, and then see maybe what else I'm going to do. Yeah, so come join me. But have a look at this beautiful island.
Flores is an island chain that sits in between Asia and Australasia, or Oceania as people would know it, and it makes it very, very unique, right? It's a volcanic chain, meaning that islands are separated from the rest of the mainland, and it means that the plants that you see and the animals are very, very different, making for a scenery you're not going to find anywhere else.
So the search just starts about now. This is sort of the main square, main district here in Labuan Bajo, and yeah, would have thought that island right in the eastern part of Indonesia is this beautiful. I mean, the city is so colorful. Check it out. Everything's quite clean. I mean, the roads don't look that bad. I thought, honestly, didn't expect this. Did not expect it to be this efficient. But we'll see. Maybe as we travel more inland, it'll be something different.
Because I wanted to check out what the mosques were like. In Indonesia, they're very unique. And Flores is no different. The mosques are absolutely unique with their own designs that are colorful and wavy and very different from anywhere else. They also have a lot of Dutch influence and Portuguese influence because it was a center of trade because of its geographical position between Oceania and between Asia. So when I went, the mosques were a bit different to what I was used to. You used to read on tile floors, which I found very uncomfortable. They didn't seem to mind it. Usually you read on carpets, you pray on carpets, but that's different. Afterwards, I took a local bike ride or motorbike taxi to move around the island. The problem with this was they have different concepts of spatial awareness that we do. I then did some prayers at this Dutch-style mosque and then wandered into the night, which wasn't the best idea.
Yeah, this area where I've just come down is actually, it looks a lot different to what I saw in the center of Flores and towards, so basically from the hotel, which is on that side. Hello, how are you? You good? Huh? Do I have money? No, I have no money. So if you're wondering why we just cut off there, well, nothing much more happened. All the tourist spots are still quite busy, but the village and stuff is all dead and nothing's really happening, so I wasn't really in the mood to sit down with people who are getting drunk. So
it's an absolutely beautiful day. The next day you have to get a tour operator to take you to Komodo Island and Rink Islands and the islands around the main Flores Island. And there could be a few rip-offs, but I managed to get a decent one.
Radio, and it's first light here. To the harbour and we can finally get off to Komodo. Oh, by the way, it's like 5:40 in the morning. It's really early. Yeah, so about 6 is both sunrise and sunset here in Flores. It's right on the equator, so there's not much variation in that throughout the year. Yeah.
This trip was quite a nice experience, especially in the dry season. Islands turn this chocolate brown, which makes them really, really cool to visit. And you get to visit quite a few places on an average trip. The first stop that we had was a place called Padar Island. This is just an island of 1,000 stairs, right? It's filled with tourists. This place was a lot more touristic than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. But you've got to walk up these 1,000 steps. By the time you get to the top, there's only a few of you left, and here's an amazing view of the islands and the little bays and lagoons that come in surrounding it. Absolutely stunning. It's Komodo Island. You walk for about maybe an hour. You take a little bit of a hike going around to look for Komodo dragons. You do see the other ones far in the distance. I wasn't able to get pictures of them, but eventually towards the end, we saw this huge big Komodo dragon come out. People took pictures of it. But again, Komodo Island is not what you're going to think it is in terms of a good touristic experience. It is sometimes getting overrun because people are looking to make money. The next stop that you get on this after swimming with a bit of manta rays is you get to the Pink Beach, and this is Instagram famous. You see it everywhere. To be honest with you, it's not really that worth it. I mean, it's just a normal beach, right? The pink coloration, those are filters, right? Maybe it gets better at some points of the year, but it's a little bit of shellfish residue that comes up onto the shore, and you get this little pink coloration. I've seen it happening in South Africa, but anyways, it is beautiful, and so obvious, right? After that, I came back to the islands, and once I came back to the islands, I said, let me go and explore the part of Flores that tourists don't see. I've seen stuff I want to see. Let's go explore the stuff that people don't see that much.
Oh, hello. So, I'm going to show you guys a bit more of Flores. I think last time I was interrupted by the fact that I had to go find a tour to for absolutely ever to find one of those. See, these are my dogs, dog friends. Yeah, all these puppies. He basically barks every single time I walk down. Hello. Yeah, this is where. Hello guys. Hello.
India?
No, South Africa.
Huh?
Africa.
Africa?
Yeah. And you from Flores?
Senegal.
There you go. Oh, you like Senegal? Okay. Sadio Mane. Oh, okay. You support Liverpool? Liverpool. Man United. Manchester United, yeah. Cristiano Ronaldo, yes. That I speak a lot more with the kids is firstly they want to show off their English because they do learn English in school only from this decade here. So the younger generation knows a lot more English than generations after them, you know, like even 10 years after them, because they weren't taught English in school. They had to pick it up. So even you find older kids, 13, 14, generally know English so well. But guys around that boy's age there, around say around 10 years old, they look, yeah, maybe something like that. The English is quite good, so it's much easier to speak to them and communicate with them. I don't know what it is, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it looks good. I just stopped what I presume is a lookout point of sorts. It's bloody hot. Down here, but it is actually, let me try and see if I can go up a bit and then try and get a little detour down toward, don't know. Just maybe get a look at what real life is like here in Labuan Bajo. It should be the harbour. It's maybe the point where everything comes in. No idea.
This place was once very much a place where people sort of came for holidays, and was a lot more touristic, and there was a lot more tourist business in this place because there are a lot of abandoned little houses everywhere. I went after COVID over here, so maybe this is the after effects of that, but there were a lot of abandoned houses.
It's completely abandoned. It most probably was a nice beach house for someone at some point. Overlooking, let's be a good view of Flores, but now it looks totally shredded, totally abandoned. Well, actually, I don't know. I love it. Yeah. I have no idea if there's anyone home. And it looks to be in perfect working order. Apart from the fact that there's mattresses and whatever inside. Looks to be, except from no one seems to be home. Looks like it hasn't been touched in ages, but there's mattresses and whatever inside. Oh, what do I do if somebody finds me snooping around here? Huh? Most probably going to be like with all the tourists that fell down, anything. I need a plaster for my hand or something like that. I don't know. I'm interested to know what happened, because there's a whole bunch of just abandoned houses. The only thing it's possible that maybe tourism was a lot more, a lot better here, a lot more popular here before COVID, and this is a result of houses that couldn't survive the onslaught of the tourist pandemic, because they're not bad houses. You can see they're tourist houses, they're holiday houses, but they're just left in a very bad state. However, he did say there's a nice beach, so let's see. Is there an accessible beach? So this is here. There's an evacuation. This place was decimated by the 2004 tsunami, like a lot of Indonesia was. But yeah, if there is that sort of case and they do have an early tsunami warning, that's the evacuation that they use, gets them up on that hill. Weird. It's not really exciting. So I walked myself into, I think it used to be a resort of sorts, maybe like a few years back. But now it's just a shipping yard, you know, where we can sort of fix ships a bit like that one. One day we'll float again.
Down as they told me there were some beaches or walking along the road, and you can see that these places are just getting bought up by Marriotts and Hiltons, and mass tourism is really starting to take this place over here. It's sort of in a transition between a non-touristic place and a mass touristic place, but it's definitely moving towards a mass tourism. You had Marriott, you had Hilton buying up properties towards the outsides of the city on the beaches. Managed to get back to the city, and I'll tell you what, some of the most beautiful sunsets I've seen happen here in Flores, right? This was pretty awesome. It's just the background of a very, very dark orange blue sunset. You can see some pictures over here now. Quite cool to go around. And then I got a little bit peckish, so I said,
so
okay.
I just finished eat, and I'm gonna go grab something to eat again. Oh, sorry, I just finished prayer. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. In Indonesia, they let you window shop for food, as you can see here. You can window shop because all the food all the food stalls, they put the food in the window so you see what you can eat. It's quite a clever way of marketing yourself. There's another one down there. But yeah, but I did see, so they have these little pop-ups sometimes in someone's backyard or whatever, and they sell like whatever traditional dish they're good at making, I guess. That one yesterday was quite nice. I'm gonna go, there's one just up here. I'm gonna try and see if I can grab something. Yeah, here we go.
Now it's not maybe not for everyone. It's a bit of noodles and meatballs and fish, and they throw everything else in there. And you sit on the side of the road. You order it in. You have you have it. It's quite good street food to have.
So I stopped at the tent here. To get a small meal. I don't know what it is again. It's too many words, but it's something. It's noodles with some fish and some other stuff. And yeah, hopefully it'll be quite good. But I just stopped. As I said, it's someone's sort of backyard or an alleyway. They set up a few tables and they're making something to eat. So,
Do you like cool travel stories like this and learning about places that are a bit different from other places on our planet, and also seeing them from a little bit of a different perspective to how the usual tourists see it? Then I do suppose you give this channel a follow. I will see you in the next one.